Yo, what is good, boys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very important video. Right now we are in the bull market of NQ. We're ripping towards all-time highs, higher time frame. So many people right now are DMing me, yo, how do we trade this market condition of pretty much being a bull market? Now keep in mind, fundamentally we are still in a kind of uncertain state overall with the war in general that's going on, and this kind of like short-term bull market, in my opinion, is just something being priced into the market that has not actually been announced in the news yet. I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's get right into the charts and into the actual video. If we take a look at the charts right now, you can see that we've pretty much just been ripping to the upside. Also, here was the trade that I ended up taking today. 6 p.m. opened up lower into a SMT. New York PM high above was my TP narrative. I was bullish. Why? Because we're straight up in a bull market right now, right? Nothing in this market is telling me to short. A lot of people, they see this, they want to catch reversals, but that's why they're blowing their funded accounts. That's why they can't get a payout. How do you see this and you want to short? I mean, for some strategies, of course, you kind of get short scalps. Looking at the weekly time frame, it looks like our next objective is this wick above here on NQ, which also, if we take a look at ES, this is actually all-time highs on ES, which is absolutely insane because fundamentally, we're still like kind of in an uncertainty, like fundamentally speaking. We have wars going on, we have BS going on, there's uncertainty, but the reason why I think we're ripping to the upside right now towards these all-time highs on NQ and on ES, because I think some type of news could actually be priced in. There could be some type of news priced in that's been causing this bull run, but technically speaking, we're bullish as hell. This is a bull market. How do we trade a bull market, right? There's a few things that you actually have to know. If you see we keep displacing to the upside just like we have been on the daily like this, what here is telling you to take shorts? In my opinion, there are three main things that you pretty much have to know about trading a bull market and just these conditions in general. The first one being, if we are not shifting structure to the downside at all, then follow bullish bias, right? Slash narrative, slash trend, right? Slash order flow, whatever you want to call it. I know people have a million different names for the same thing nowadays, but if the higher time frame is just displacing to the upside, like we're on the daily time frame right now, we're just ripping. Nothing at all is really telling me to take shorts at all, right? Second thing, I would be wait for pullbacks. Wait for pullbacks into imbalances to long. What's an imbalance? An imbalance can be OTE of the range. It can be 0.5 of the range. It can be unfilled for value gaps. Whatever your type of imbalance is, always wait for those pullbacks before longing. The third thing that you got to understand, and this is something that I personally had to go through during all-time highs type markets and just bull markets from years in the past, it's understanding that sometimes now your setups may be a bit more premiumed, right? We're not always going to have as big of a retracement as you may ideally want, right? In like normal conditions and consolidation conditions. But right now, when there's a strong ass direction, more times than not, these premium setups will be playing out as long as they have, some type of pullback into an imbalance, and as long as you actually get your lower time frame confirmation. Just understanding that some setups will be a little bit more premiumed, and because they're premium doesn't necessarily make them a worse of a setup. But in my opinion, as long as you're taking a trade that follows the direction of this higher time frame narrative, which is longs, then your probability of winning a trade is actually a lot higher. Also, for this trade that I ended up taking here, if we pull up some indicators as well, we'll throw on a VWAP, we'll throw on a volume profile as well. You can see same thing with VWAP, right? Every single pullback into the outer band of the VWAP is getting bought up, as well as we have pullbacks into the actual VWAP. Almost can't even tap the actual VWAP. That's how bullish we are right now, right? But pretty much everything is getting bought up right now. Also on my channel, I know I don't normally show like order flow stuff, so here will be a quick basic lesson of order flow. Here we have the session volume profile. We have a VWAP as well, just two simple order flow indicators. Here we also do have low volume nodes right there. All that this is just the gap in the volume here. You can see it's a good ass zone that you can sometimes take trades off of if you get a setup. But yeah, the main thing that I kind of want to show here is that just look at how the reactions to these pullbacks are, right? every single pullback gets bought up. Now, in my opinion, if you're trying to short this, right, you're trying to catch the top, your probabilities of winning that trade are a lot lower than if you were to just take longs, right? But yeah, also comment below if you guys want a full-on detailed lesson on the session volume profile as well as the VWAP, because I do use them a good amount in my trading just as an added confluence. I mainly use price action for most of my analysis, but having an order flow tool in here as well definitely increased my win rate a lot. And it's just something that's there, you know, it happens every single day. So why not, you know, use it to my advantage? As you can see how precise the low volume nodes here are, as well as the VWAP. It's just something nice to have pretty much aligned with the price action concepts that I've already had. My bad for interrupting the video right now, but last week we just did a 7x 50k PROPFIRM account giveaway. So I gave away 50k accounts to 7 winners. The winners were announced on my Instagram, as well as the winners are these people right here. And I've been getting a ton of DMs to do another giveaway. You guys absolutely love these. So I'm going to be running one next weekend as well. I'm going to be giving away 5 50k PROPFIRM accounts. If you want an entry, all that you have to do is use code KRABS at Lucid or Alpha and DM me a screenshot of using my code on Instagram at KrabsTrades, or DM me on Discord, whatever. It'll automatically be entered. And then next weekend, we're gonna do a spin the wheel type of raffle for those accounts to be given away. But yeah, all this aside, my bad for interrupting the video. Let's get back into the charts and actually lock in. But yeah, I wanna keep this very simple. We're gonna clean up my chart just a little bit right here. And we're actually gonna recap this trade that I ended up taking off of Asia Open. So if we actually pull up ES here and let's put the kill zone indicator on, we can see that here off open, what did we have with ES here? We had a SMT at these lows. So first confluence that I wanted for longs was some type of liquidity sweep, something to tell me that we would actually want to reverse. And actually, let me back this up a bit. Let's go actually into replay mode right here. Let's go on the monthly time frame, right? What's going on here on the monthly? Let me remove all drawings. Let me clean this up a bit more. Monthly time frame straight up ripping to the upside. We have a monthly swing high here. ES has all-time highs as well. Going down to the weekly time frame, what do we see? Obvious weekly high as well. Straight up ripping. Previous week as well closed bullish here, right? Previous week closed to the upside. Now we're distributing as well. We had a slight manipulation from the weekly open and then we ran higher. This is just, to me, such an obvious draw on liquidity. And then we also do have all-time highs above right there as well. Taking a look at the daily time frame, shifting structure, nothing is telling me we want to go lower. We do have a unfilled daily gap here below, but I'm not really too worried about it. It is a bit far away, so yeah, I don't really care about it. Going down to the 4-hour time frame now, same thing, shifting structure to the upside. Do have a unfilled 4-hour. We're just going to keep it in mind, it's still hella far away. If we start shifting structure to the downside towards it, then yeah, that could be a short-term draw there to see a reversal up out of. But for right now, remaining bullish, looking at the hourly, same thing. Just going to keep marking up these imbalances because they could be good ass reversal points. Looking at the 5 minutes, still super bullish. Off of the 6 p.m. Asia Open, what I pretty much wanted to see was a manipulation lower, which is exactly what we got. Manipulation into what? A manipulation into a SMT right off of open right there. And I actually entered right when this SMT was put in. ES took out these lows, where SMT'd up. Boom, that was my entry. SMT was in. I got in as well. I was super bullish. So I just wanted some type of confirmation that we could reverse. So got in off that SMT. Stop loss was around 10 points here, around like $400. TP right there for a rack. And yeah, we'll just let this play out. I already know the outcome of this trade because I took it today, but we'll still play this out. We'll go over where I moved to break even as well. Once we took out this high right here, boom, right there, moved my stop loss to break even. We ended up edging my TP. I was like, bro, I thought I was about to get break even. You know, it would have been unfortunate. That would have been my only bullet for the session, but we ended up pulling back a bit right here. And then consolidating a bit. Right there, just consolidating. Also right here, we did have a anticipatory breaker block, which if you guys don't know what that is, basically a low, a high, a lower low. This was a lower low because of the SMT, but a lower low that took out liquidity, and then a shift in structure above the wick, retaps it, right? Great reaction here. This is meant to hold up price and deliver towards our drawn liquidity. That's what the ABS model is. In simpler terms, a low, a high, a lower low that takes out liquidity. Here we had a SMT. Shift in structure to the upside above the wick. Good bullish closure here. Retap into this zone, and you can see the beautiful wick out that we actually had. Rip up to the upside towards your drawn liquidity, which here I had the New York PM session high right there. So yeah, let's just let this play out. And ended up edging again. When it edged me here, I was like, bro, ain't no way we're about to get hit break even after edging me twice. But sometimes you just have to grab your nuts and hold on. So that's what I did here. And yeah, ended up smacking TP. Could have held this a little bit more, yeah, but my low-hanging fruit objective was 100% just this New York PM high, right? I don't have to get greedy. All that I need consistently is a piece of the pie pretty much. But yeah, rest of Asia session, we're still ripping to the upside, and this really just shows how bullish we actually are right now, right? Anybody who tried shorts pretty much got wrecked. Also, something that I feel like a lot of people gotta hear is that, bro, like, overall, the trend is your friend. So many people try and like fade it, go against the trend. But bro, especially in a bull market, why are you taking shorts, right? And when I say bull market, keep in mind, I'm talking about technicals. Technically speaking, this is definitely a bull market, right? Fundamentally, yes, we're in uncertain times, but I think that some type of news could have been priced into the market to give us this big ass run, right? Every single session distributing to the upside is not just a coincidence. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned something new. Maybe this was just a good refresher, or overall this may have actually opened up your mind to see how I personally see the charts. And you know, every trader sees something a little bit differently, but hopefully this can open up your mind to how I see a bull market and how I'm pretty much going to trade it going forward. Also, right now, if you're a trader who's still not yet funded with a prop firm, or if you're a crash out, you keep blowing accounts, you don't have a strategy in place, you don't have technical rules, you don't have risk rules in place, then I currently have an offer where I guarantee to work with you one-on-one until you're funded max allocation with any prop firm. So funded 250K with any prop firm and receive your first ever prop firm payouts. If that's something you're interested in, the first link below is where you can actually apply to work with me one-on-one. My program is not a course, it's not just video modules, it's one-on-one trade reviews where I dive into your journal from backtesting and live markets. I add rules into your trading if needed. I give you my technical model, my risk systems, how to trade prop firms, literally everything that you will need to get funded and secure your first ever prop firm payout. So yeah, if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, first link in the description is where you can apply for that. So yeah, if you made it all the way until the end of this video, drop something in the comments, whether it's a W, whether it's a question, whether it's some criticism, anything. Drop something in the comments below. Hit that like button as well, helps the channel grow. Subscribe if you're new here. Love you all. Until next time, peace out.